Today is Wednesday, June 26th. It is 7:45 in the morning. We're just getting ready to cast off the dock in Erie, Pennsylvania. For today, we're going for Dunkirk, New York. It's about a 45-mile sail. We have a light breeze out of the west. It's a little bit hazy. We'll probably get a little bit of a drizzle today, but no storms. Should be really, really nice. There's a couple things left to do on the boat, and I'll start up the engine. We are moving along very slowly across the city of Erie. There's a tiny bit of wind, but it's from behind, so we're looking good. And look at this seat that I just discovered. There's nowhere to put these giant bumpers, but they're a perfect place to sit. I have this great view of the boat up here. So I got a very busy day ahead of me, so this is really awesome that we have light wind. I'd be perfectly okay if it was relatively light all day. I mean, this is a little bit too light, I think, but I have to pull down the mainsail and flip the clip on the top of it 90 degrees so that it furls into the mast properly. What else? Neaten up the cabin a little bit, work on the dinghy, set up a new ladder and the solar and the Dodger. And maybe clean the deck too. I haven't even washed it yet this year. And there's our problem. So when the sail tries to furl, this whole thing gets like jammed up, kind of like that on the mast, and then it won't furl. Let me see if I can fix it. Much better. So now it's straight. Then the sail will furl in a lot easier. Moment of truth, will it furl? I don't know. Okay. Yeah, it'll furl. Needs to be a little bit tighter, I think. I'll just leave it like that until we get out of the channel. And then maybe we can go wing and wing, I don't know. Needs some more wind. So we went from a decent wind this morning when I woke up at 6:30 to a little bit of wind, and now no wind. We just motored out of the channel. Prescott Bay, so we're in Thompson Bay now. Woo, there's some thunder. I'm trying to get into Barcelona Harbor. I'm about 45 minutes out and it's starting to rain. Watching lightning over land, maybe a mile off land. There's some fierce thunderstorms coming from Cleveland that are definitely catching me. I'm feeling a little bit nervous, to say the least. But it sounds like I can dock in the Barcelona Harbor. We are in Barcelona Harbor, tied up. It's a beautiful sunset. It should be a nice, calm, dry night. It's good to be here. It never got windy. We got a decent amount of rain, but way less than they were predicting. Holy cow, there was some lightning. It was very scary trying to dock. Dad met me here to help tie up the boat, so we thought it was gonna be super windy. We're not that far from home, and we went to dinner and got some stuff from the grocery store, and I'm calling it a night. I'm whooped. Morning. It is very windy out of the north. That's just where we're trying to go, unfortunately. The air release on the head seems to be spewing black water all over the inside of the chain locker, which is weird. and my iPad stopped getting data today, so we gotta figure that out. I gotta refill the water jugs too. We got some crew! Say hi, Megan.
Hi.
Hey, Jer.
Hello. We did it.
Woo! This says 10 miles an hour wind. We got 1 to 3 feet of chop straight out of the north. Everything's coming from the direction you want to go, but it's beautiful today. Where are we at, Jer?
We are at Dunkirk and we are finally anchored up and ready to grab some grub.
All right. What do you want to eat?
Whatever will stay down. Hopefully French fries.
Jer spewed his snails earlier. So we are leaving Dunkirk, New York, and trying to determine where to go next. So the options are either Port Colborne as planned or Buffalo, but the problem is that tomorrow when we're supposed to go through the canal, we're expecting rain all day, high winds, and thunderstorms in the afternoon. There's a, what'd you find there, Megan, a 7-Eleven?
Yeah, there's a 7-Eleven.
We can go to Sugarloaf Harbor.
There's
Great.
a beach and like parks with trails.
Yeah. It'll be good for a rainy, stormy day.
There's a couple museums and stuff. So.
Museums, yeah. Are they big museums?
I think so.
Yeah.
Historical.
I dropped my bike light in the engine room somewhere. My fly paper trap ankle works. Got one. All right, Jared, what did you just fix?
I fixed the cowl, so I also learned that you can't sit, or you shouldn't sit with them, or you may lose them, but I put the new holders in place.
Yep. And Megan's steering. And we finally have a little bit of wind. It's been an hour or so with absolutely nothing. We had a great wind out of the south to get to Buffalo, and then nothing for an hour, and now it's the wind's coming straight from Buffalo. But it's better than no wind.
I don't want to take like half of them.
Coming up on Buffalo. Earlier today, I put on a bug trap on my ankle. I thought I'd catch me like 6 or 8 bugs. And here it is. I'm not even gonna try and count that. This is gross. Sweet place. Check this out. It's a little mountain bike, or like BMX park in Buffalo. I'll give it a shot. This is, I think, what Dad was talking about. Woo! Woo, it's nasty. It is not fun. It is an absolute downpour out here. Ton of wind. I just got back from a run and took a shower in the shower, fully clothed. ready to cast off from Buffalo Harbor. I'm hoping that the wind is out of the north enough to get to Port Colborne in a couple hours. It's only 15 miles away, but it'll be definitely close hauled into the wind. See you later, Buffalo. Clouds are making me a little bit nervous over Buffalo, but it's supposed to be sunny today. And hopefully it'll stay that way. We're getting some really weird seas. I got 3 to 4 footers coming out of the west, but the wind is out of the northwest. So I got a little bit of opposing chop on these massive waves. And I believe the wind is kind of shifting. Now it's kind of out of the direction where I want to go. So, oh, here's a big one. Hold on. Woo! I think I'm gonna go to this port that's off to my starboard. It's got this cool lighthouse right there. Maybe I'll go ride my bike and check it out. There's also a nice beach. I think it's gonna just take me all day to do this 8 Port Colborne, and I don't have to get there today. I don't really care. So I figured I'd practice heaving 2. Well, we got plenty of time, some big seas and a fair bit of wind. So heaving 2, I have the Genoa actually furled in quite far, no mainsail, and then the Genoa is also backwinded, and it's pretty cool because it's blowing pretty hard. We got some big winds, and if you look at the bubbles, we're just standing still. All right, we're all tied up to a mooring buoy. I'm gonna go into shore and try and do customs. I kind of wanted to go for a bike ride, but it's already going on 1600. I just went for a quick walk. I was hoping to go for a bike ride, but I'm really glad I didn't, because we definitely are very close to having some weather come in. So now I was gonna instead do a deck workout, but since it's gonna rain, it might just be a cabin workout. Got my rubber bands. I found this pretty sweet rail trail that wasn't on at least Google Maps. I think it's called the Friendship Trail. But I ran into actually a lot of other bikers, but one going the same direction I caught up to. Asked him how to get to Fort Erie. He said, take the path. All right. Yeah, this is great. Flat, fast, no cars, smooth. And we are back right across from Buffalo. And there's Fort Erie. Dang, this place is awesome. There's a train museum I want to check out. Art 1, 2. My regret is doing this as a workout. I want to stop and do the tours. It's cool. I might stay another day. Just picked up some shawarma. Kind of tastes more like a gyro, but with more onion. Found a little bench. Check this thing out. This thing's pretty cool. So there's 2 crank arms. I guess you would turn one here and one back here, and it would turn gears and then more gears at the bottom. And then you have somebody else turn this little handle, and it would drill a hole into train track. It's just hard to see, but there's a drill bit on the end. I'm at mile 55 today, and I've been searching for a grocery store or a Dollar General or somewhere I can buy a SIM card, and I was gonna turn around like 800 meters ago, call home, see if they could find me a store, and sure enough, I'm at Walmart. And they're closed. Nothing better than a good swim after a 100-kilometer bike ride through Canada. Good morning, everyone. It is Tuesday. It's going on 9 o'clock. I think, what is this, day 6? And I'm ready to cast off of Point Albino. I was hoping to go over to Crystal Beach today, but we got a really nice wind coming right out of the north, and I'm trying to go west. So we're gonna take it and see what we can get. Trying something new with the bike. I don't know if it'll work. So I was gonna make some 12 bean soup for dinner, but then I noticed that my zucchinis were starting to go a little bit bad, so I'm gonna try and cook up some zucchini. That is some good stuff. It's like 3 whole cloves of garlic, 2 zucchinis, put some fresh dill in there because I found some, and soy sauce. All right, so we're coming into Port Colborne. I'm not sure if I'm going to dock at the public docks at the beginning of the canal or at Sugarloaf Marina, but I'm going to check out the free docks first. My only concern is that there's going to be a strong wind out of the south, and that could be rough at the free docks. It's really weird coming into here because green markers are on my right. Usually it's red right return, but since I guess the canal goes the other direction, we are leaving. We're leaving Lake Erie. Pulled into the municipal pier at the exit of the Welland Canal. Seems all right. I'm rocking around a little bit here. I am on a mission to find a 2x8 or a 2x10 or a long board to use as a fender board going through the channel. I may pick up some groceries. I'm gonna try and do as much outside stuff today as I can. It might be rainy all day tomorrow. Should I steal this sign? Well, here's what I woke up to this morning. This is my bike lock, and my bike is gone. I'm pretty bummed. I was looking forward to a bike ride this morning. I locked it up in a place that I thought was pretty good, and someone cut the lock within a couple hours of me locking it up while I was sleeping. Unfortunately, I'm really far from home, so even if like the police do find it, it would be like an 8-hour drive to come pick it up. Trying to go through the canal tomorrow. I don't know. I posted a listing on Facebook, reported it to the police. I mean, there's no chance of me finding this bike. Huge bummer. I think, I don't know, I might just go buy a new bike. There's a bike shop in town. There's an old one anyway. I don't know. So I just rollerbladed all over Port Colborne looking for my bike. I talked to probably a dozen people, submitted forms to the police. I did everything, posted to Facebook. No luck with the bike. Checked out the bike shop, and they had a bike that was actually my size and for touring and kind of nice. I liked it. And then the guy at the bike shop said, "Hey, now why don't you go look on the east side of town? That might be a good spot." So I went and rollerbladed over to the east side of town, but not 100 yards away. My rollerblades just kind of kicked the bucket. The whole piece like broke off, and the wheels don't stay mounted anymore. Said, all right, I'm done, and got myself this. It's a Salsa Drenair, I think. Pretty sweet. Be good for some through cycling, some big bike trips this summer, I think. I'm pretty pumped for that. Sad to lose the Gary Fisher, but I don't know. New bike day. Ride's nice. just in time at Sugarloaf Marina. We're headed for the Welland Canal. So we've had a good day. We got perfect weather. Well, it's gonna be sunny and hot, but not a lot of wind. Say hi, Paul.
Hey, how you doing?
Captain Henry Jackman. They're opening up the last lock. There she is, Lake Ontario, baby. We did it. Woo! Just dropped anchor, got a quick workout, and went for a swim. We're at Port Dalhousie. Looks like there's a pretty sweet beach in there. I think I'm gonna row the boat in and check it out, and then go to sleep maybe. Now we're going across the Welland Canal. Hey. I cast off of Port Dalhousie around, what is that, 1400, it's 1530 right now. And trying to get to Hamilton, but it is absolutely due upwind, and it would be a perfect sail to Toronto, and I keep going back and forth as to what I'm gonna do. But it's a really nice breeze today, and I'm having fun out here, listening to music and trying to figure out how to hold the new bike up. I feel like I need to build a bike rack or something on the mast where it goes into the boat. I don't know. Still figuring it out. Just checked the navionics on the maps. The best we were doing with the tack angle would have put us about 15 miles too far north to get to Hamilton, and so I decided to see what it looks like. We point the sails, sort of the silhouettes of tall towers I see in the distance, and I just feel a lot better going this way. So Toronto, we're gonna get there 4 days before I wanted to, but hey, we're just gonna go live it up in the big city, I guess. Woo! I feel like I'm flying. All right, we're coming into Toronto. I found a little designated anchorage area to drop anchor that's pretty close to the city. So we'll check that out, see how it looks. Where I was hoping to anchor was actually a mooring buoy field, and it was pretty much full. So I'm anchored at Hanlan's Point Beach, which is quite obviously the party spot. There's maybe a dozen and a half yachts, big power boats anchored out here, and they're all blasting Indian dance music. Pretty loud, but I don't know, I was hoping to go into town, but it looks like I just anchored here, so I don't know. It might be tough to sleep. It's a little wavy, and the wind, unfortunately, I'm not protected at all from the wind and the chop. It's not too bad, but yeah, it's getting, there's a couple spots that I looked at that would be a lot better than this to sleep at, but it's too dark to try and navigate into a proper anchorage right now, and they were pretty small anchorages. Look at this skyline, it's awesome. Absolutely beautiful. I'm glad I went north too. It looks like there might have been some rain out where we came from. Here's where we're at. There's the Toronto Peninsula. The city's up here. So here's where we're at up in Toronto. I came across the lake today, and the canals run somewhere around here. Came from Buffalo all the way back. Erie, Dunkirk, Erie. It'll be a long way home. Hey, good morning from Toronto. I'm gonna try and fiberglass in the bow hook thing on the dinghy, so that way I can lock it up when I go into shore. I'm a little bit paranoid about my stuff getting stolen now after my bike getting stolen because the lock was cut. So right now, if you want to cut I could lock up the dinghy, but all you have to do is turn a couple nuts. So we're gonna fix that. Not bad. I just kind of covered the bolts with epoxy and fiberglass. Hopefully it works. But I'm gonna paddle into shore and see what there is to see. Hopefully play some volleyball or something. Scrolling around on the iPad, I've been looking for some electronic music to go to, and it's hard to get to everything because it's all in town. Sweet. Today is Tuesday, July 9th, and I rented one of these electric tangerine bikes. Gonna go explore town. It's definitely worth the extra 8 cents a minute to get the electric one. It's so much faster. Look at that thing. I'm trying to figure out all week how to go for a bike ride at anchor, and I'm trying to figure out how to fit a bike onto the rowboat. I took the bike all apart and looked at it, and there's no way it would fit like that. And then I remembered I have another boat. So what if we stick the bike on the inflatable and then I tow the bike with the rigid? Made it. So that ride was fun for about the first like 10 kilometers, and then it just turned into bumps, busy roads, and unnavigatable neighborhoods. I'm about 50K though, so that's pretty sweet. Hey, look what we found. We got some crew. Getting ready to cast off of Hanlan's Point Wall in Toronto, and we're heading for Port Dalhousie. I can never remember how to say it. Unfortunately, the wind is out of the south, and we're going south. It's beautiful out here. Watching storm kind of
move over Hamilton, that's about 20 nautical miles west of where we're at. We're about halfway across Lake Ontario right now. There's a little bit of a storm going on over there. We're pretty good where we're at. The hourly forecast all says we're good. I haven't been able to blow the Doppler, but visually we seem fine. We got a good breeze here, nothing crazy. We're mostly motoring, but I do have about a third of the mainsail out, and that's giving us a little bit of speed. Unfortunately, port is directly upwind, so we're going about 10 or 15 degrees downwind of port, so we can use the sail a little faster.
All right, we just tied up in the first lock. They're closing the gates.
Put all the big holes?
Yeah, shit. That's bad.
The government would never let anything bad happen to
That
us.
hole is an issue. Serious water moving around here. Oh yeah, pay attention, huh?
No, I was paying attention. I just don't know how.
What's for breakfast, Zach?
Salsa and eggs, pepper jack cheese, peppers on the side, and some roasted potatoes.
Yeah. And a downwind sail to Dunkirk. It's the first time we've been sailing and it feels like ever.
Showered since then, and that was Tuesday morning. Take 5. And
Zach is vlogging on his phone.
Jake, what was the name of the other sailboat? Started with a D.
It wasn't Definity, it was Defiance. Defiance was the other sailboat.
So Defiance was the other sailboat. They were some Canadian.
And I am cooking some really old ground beef that should be tasty-ish. And I'm gonna make some pasta sauce with diced tomatoes and tomato soup. And then we're gonna make lentils pasta for dinner. With pasta sauce, question mark? It might taste like tomato soup. It's just gonna be spicy. That way you can't taste whatever else it would taste like. Maybe garlic too. My famous only to me, impasta pasta, which is imitation pasta. So instead of using pasta, I really like lentil noodles. And instead of using lentil noodles because they're expensive, I use lentils. Instead of using meatballs, I'm using just ground beef. And we don't have tomato sauce, so I use tomato soup. I don't know what we're cooking. And I don't know if it'll be good. Probably not. But everything by itself tastes good. Look at that. We're back in Dunkirk.
In Dunkirk. Looking around for beach glass. Looks like the camera's about to die. It's alright though.
We decided that the wind is going to be no better than the present for the next 4 days to get from Dunkirk to Barcelona and Barcelona to Erie. So we're going. Yeah, we found a new bucket hat. Zach, what is for breakfast?
Peanut butter banana eggs today.
Tell us about this deal that we're gonna make with your wife.
One haircut for 1 week of sailing.
Looks pretty good, eh?
It's 1:15 a.m. on Sunday, and Zach and I have been sailing since noon Saturday, so over 13 hours of sailing. It's pretty fun. There's first no wind, and then some wind right out of the west, so we've just been tacking into it all day. But we're finally headed into the channel of Presque Isle Bay. You won't be able to see anything with some lights. I'm excited to be home. Sad the journey is over, but ready to get some sleep.
What do you say, Zach?